Another day, another 5-0 win for FC Barcelona. This time around, it was Champions League and it was Royal Antwerp. And of course, that not so good venue that is Montjuic. But the performance, on the other hand, was far from not so good. The performance was really, even I would say, a step above what we saw against Real Betis here. Once again, Joao Felix very much at the center of everything, and I think he must have seen the match review from the Betis game, and seeing the fact that I didn't give a man of the match, I was like, okay, yeah, cool, watch this. Because what he did out there, I think, was pretty amazing. But at the same time, again, it's Royal Antwerp. You can't really get too excited over this win because, if we look at Barcelona's track record in the last, two Champions League seasons, they've always been in the team that was from the fourth pot. There was never any problems there. It was when playing the other more challenging teams. So from now, we'll just keep our excitement a little more, bottled up. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Blaugrana Everything. And for those who are returning subscribers, welcome back to the channel. And this is going to be a match review. And as usual with my match reviews, I will take you through the negatives and the positives from the performance. Then I'll go ahead and give my team rating as well as the manager rating and the man of the match. And boy, there was quite a lot going on in this game. 5 different scorers once again for Barca. Wait, no, not 5 different scorers. 3 different scorers this time around. 1 goal, of course, being an own goal. 2 goals coming from Joao Felix. And the other 2 goals were supplied by Robert Lewandowski and Gavi. And good to see Gavi in and amongst the goals as well. And typical Gavi performance that we got to see from him here once again. But going to those negatives and those positives, well, there was really only one negative that I had from this match. And I don't know how you guys think about this, but my negative here is that Arthur Vermeeren is not an FC Barcelona player. I don't know why exactly Barca didn't pull the trigger on this kid during this summer because, we were linked with him for quite some time in that search for a new Busquets replacement. And going by what I saw from him, yeah, I think Barcelona should do everything that they can to sign this kid. I know, of course, there's still other links to kids like Fabrizio Diaz and what's this Brazilian kid? I forget his name, who they want 30 million or something like that for. But for now, I would say, it's Arthur Vermeeren. We've seen him. We've seen just how good he is, how intelligent he is. I would say get him. So, yeah, like I said, that was my only negative from this performance. So we can move on to positives. And first of all, once again in the positives, got to mention the 2 Joaos and just how much of a difference these guys are making to FC Barcelona's team. Now, I'm going to be completely honest. I didn't think that the Joao Felix deal in particular was a good one for Barca because, it was giving me some, Griezmann, Coutinho vibes in that I didn't exactly see where he was supposed to fit in Barcelona's system. And, well, Xavi, to his credit, has managed to figure out a really good solution for using Joao Felix and having him be very effective. At Benfica, and up to now, what I still think is Joao Felix's best position, it's, just behind the striker as a shadow striker or as, center forward if you would rather, or trequartista for those, football manager guys. But that role doesn't exist at Barca. So what Xavi has instead done is he's kind of kept the same ideas from that 4 midfielder system where the left winger tucks into the half space. And by doing that, Joao Felix is able to play closer to Robert Lewandowski, and that has made a world of difference, not just for Joao Felix, but also for Lewandowski, because I've been saying for the longest time that, Lewandowski is not washed. He just needs, he needs more service, and he needs people to play off of him and people to play off of. And that's exactly what he has now with Joao Felix, who is proving to be quite a good signing, just like Joao Cancelo on the other side. One thing that both Joao Felix and Joao Cancelo are bringing to Barcelona's team that nobody really was doing quite the same amount of is bringing chaos in the opposition's structures. What the opposition is trying to do, Joao Felix or Joao Cancelo is able to pull off, a slick bit of skill or some crazy pass, which in turn leads to chaos amongst the opposition. They're less organized, and as a result, Barcelona are seeing more chances that before we just weren't seeing. There are a lot of kinds of chances Barca are creating now that just weren't being created. For example, the chance from Joao Felix's first goal. We're just not seeing those kinds of movements. So it was great to see that happening now. And it's all because, and it's all primarily because of the two Joaos. So, big ups to both of them here. And also, I would say big ups to just generally the team as a whole. Everybody. I couldn't think of anyone who had a subpar or disappointing performance. Gundogan is looking like basically exactly what we need in the creative department. Just looking at his assist for Joao Felix's goal. Raphinha is looking like a Brazilian, and I mean he's doing Brazilian things. Like he's beating his men, he's dribbling people. 1v1, he's making chaos, he's creating goals out of nothing. And of course, like I said, Robert Lewandowski is looking like Robert Lewandowski, okay? He's looking dangerous, he's creating for his teammates as well. And it's going all the way down to the rest of the team. Your Frankie de Jongs, your Gavis, your Alejandro Baldes, your Jules Koundé, your Christensens, your Marc-Andre ter Stegen as well, who once again came up with clutch saves even when he didn't really need them, but he wanted that clean sheet and he got that clean sheet. So that was pretty good to see. And going by how I'm basically saying the whole team was a positive in my positives, you can probably tell that I'm going to be very, let's say I'm going to rate them highly in as far as the team rating goes. And yeah, that's just the reality of the situation for now. Of course, you don't want again to read too much into performance like tonight's because of the opposition and because of the fact that you are definitely going to play better teams. But I think that's definitely a 9.5 out of 10 maybe. I won't say 10 again because I don't want to be too generous. Okay, you still have to keep yourself grounded. So we'll give that a 9 out of 5 out of 10. And for Xavi as well, I think I might go as high as a 9 out of 10 for Xavi. Can't really think of much that he could have done differently. Maybe he could have given more rest here to Balde. I was happy to see him give more rest to Gavi for a change, which was good. And hopefully, the rotation as it comes along will make more sense. But last time we had Ferran starting, this time it's Raphinha starting, and the level of the team hasn't dropped. That's what you want to see, and that's what we're happy to see. So now we come to the formality that is the man of the match. And of course, it's a formality because it's pretty obvious from the performance. Joao Felix this time around, he was just unplayable in almost every kind of way you can think of for the opposition here. Getting in on the goals, getting in on the assists, it was pretty interesting to see that the second goal that he scored was almost a carbon copy of the goal he created for Lewandowski as well. So that was pretty nice, pretty cute to see Barcelona's forwards combining like that. Aside from that, that's basically all I have here, guys. I thank you for tuning in. Let me know your thoughts on the performance in the comments, and who was your man of the match? For what reason did you think someone other than Joao Felix deserved it? Alright, have a great day, and Forza Barça.